But we do start with Euro 2025, and England bounced back from their defeat to France by thrashing the Netherlands 4-0 to get their Euros campaign back on track. The Lionesses will go into their final group game against Wales knowing a win will see them progress to the quarter-finals. We'll get the thoughts of Sue Smith in just a moment. England took the lead in the 22nd minute after a wonderful pass from goalkeeper Hannah Hampton that found Lauren James. Just before the break, Georgia Stanway made it 2-0 to the Lionesses. After the break, England had a goal disallowed for offside before James got her second of the evening. And with just over 20 minutes to go, Ella Toone made it 4-0 to Serena Wiegmann's side. And that, Sue Smith, is a bit more like it.
It is a bit more like it. It was brilliant from England, a real dominant performance. I was a little bit worried before the game just because of how they performed against France. And after the first 10 minutes against France, I know they performed quite well in those opening stages where they created a couple of opportunities, had a goal ruled out for offside. But France just were better than them all over. They were physically better. They were causing problems out wide, and I just wondered what England would do and how they'd react to that pressure, because it was massive pressure. They had to go and win the game, and they were outstanding from start to finish. I think Serena Wiegmann deserves huge credit as well for changing things up a little bit. I think bringing Ella Toone into that midfield area, just give them more of a balance in there. I think you have to play Lauren James. If Lauren James is fit and available, you've got to play her. But they played her out wide on the right-hand side, and she was outstanding. Alex Green would move into left-back and Jess Carter in the centre of defence. So they just looked more balanced, both on and off the ball tonight. And, yeah, just a thoroughly brilliant performance that, it was great to watch.
It's interesting that you talk about that one change of Ella Toone coming into the side and a couple of positional changes. But I guess, in a way, that's where a head coach earns some money, because it would have been quite easy to throw the baby out with the bathwater and make 4 or 5 changes after Saturday night, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. And the players came out and they took responsibility. They said it wasn't good enough. We didn't play well. Georgia Stanway, I listened to her interview and she said, I didn't perform at the levels I know I can perform at. She certainly did tonight. And that's great to see the honesty from this team, very much together as a side. And yet Serena certainly just tweaked things, and those little tweaks worked. I think having Alex Greenwood as a natural left-footed left-back helped with the balance on that left-hand side. Some of the deliveries into the box were brilliant. A positional play was great. And Jess Carter did well as a centre-half. So the Netherlands were poor, but I think England made them poor. I think the way that they pressed them, they lost the ball and they won it back so quickly. So, yeah, all credit to the players for really stepping up tonight.
One of the criticisms of England after Saturday is that you're taking a little bit of a risk on players that haven't had much football. Georgia Stanway being one who scored, Lauren James being another who scored twice. And you wonder whether Serena Wiegmann takes a calculated risk to say they might be rusty in game one, but the longer this tournament goes on, the better people like Stanway and James will be.
Yeah, and that was the talk coming into it, wasn't it? It was like, will these players be fit and ready? Because they've had those long-term injuries. They've been out for a period of time, and sometimes it does take that little bit of time for them to get up to speed and up to match speed more than anything. But tonight you could see that they were, and Lauren James is just a class act. She's a world-class player that when she's on the ball, even, against France, yes, I thought she tired, but, it was the opening, was it 45 seconds? I think she had that opportunity and she just found a lovely little bit of space. But I thought having her in the midfield, maybe just the balance wasn't quite right in there. I thought Georgia Stanway and Keira Walsh were overrun and France really dominated that area, which then left them disjointed at the back when they kept continually turning the ball over. So I thought having Toone in there, more of a natural sort of midfielder, and the ability to, I suppose, win the ball back, get back into shape. You then were saying to Lauren James, just go and find space, go and get on the ball wherever you want. And she kept doing that. She just kept popping up in different positions. And Lucy Bronze was getting forward and providing the width on the right-hand side. So, yeah, I think everything that they did tonight was right. So they've clearly looked at that France game. They've reflected on it. They've said, we didn't perform at the levels we know we can perform at, but we need to make sure that we do against the Netherlands, because the Netherlands are a good team and technically very gifted, very good in the middle of the park. But we didn't let them get on the ball. We didn't let them be creative and show the qualities that they had. Viv Miedema wasn't in the game at all, and again, that's all credit to how England defended.
Just on the point about pressure, obviously the group scenario was one thing, but it would have been very easy to let other bits and bobs creep in the sense that so much talk going into the tour. Millie Bright's not there, Mary Earps has decided to retire, you lose the first game. You're not far away from it all looking like a complete disaster if tonight doesn't go right.
Yeah, and I think they're able to sort of... They're bound to listen to things. There's a lot of stuff going on, isn't there? But I feel like they're able to focus. And I think Serena Wiegmann's very level-headed. She's very calm. She never gets too high or too low. Although she was very frustrated in the France game, and I've not seen her like that before. But you can just imagine that they've just talked it through, because huge pressure, huge expectation now. England don't go into tournaments as just... They're just going to go and turn up. They go, and we expect them to win. We expect them to get to the latter stages. So I think with all the talk before the tournament, Millie Bright not there, Mary Earps not there, Frank Kirby, these massive leaders, both on and off the field, how are they going to cope? They then go and lose to France, and you say, well, are England missing those leaders? Well, I think they've showed that they've got enough experience, they've got enough leaders in that side to turn things around and deal with the pressure. Just very briefly to finish, is there anything other than complacency that will stop them beating Wales? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I totally agree. I think
that is very brief, Sue. Thank you.
But no, I think that is, and Serena Wiegmann won't let them be complacent. Wales will give absolutely everything to try and get a result. But England, when they're on form, when they're playing like they're playing, they can beat anyone.